everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Honestly Bilal. Today's episode is a little bit different. I actually have a medical student with me. Arjun from the University of Miami is here. So we are going to change up the rhythm a bit. We've had an attending physician, we've had a resident, so now a medical student who's in the same level of training as I am will be talking with us. So it's actually really, really cool to be with you, Arjun. So thanks for joining me, man.
Yeah. Hey Bilal, how's it going? My name's Arjun, and I'm a fourth year here at University of Miami. I'm excited to be here with you and just get to know you and everyone on your show that you've got going on.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome. You're the first medical student I've had. So we just kind of talked about before we got on air, like, the point of this and why we started doing this essentially and what the genesis of it is. And, the point is for this, for us to get to know each other, for, usually in the on the interview trail, you make friends and unfortunately for us who are doing the virtual interviews this year, it's going to be a little bit harder to do that. So this is a way to get to know each other, and maybe we'll be future colleagues someday or future co-residents. You never know. So this is a good way to get to meet each other and kind of see what's going on and just chat life. So I'm glad to have
I think it's a great way to meet people and help each other out as well.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, man. So starting off, so you're a medical student at the University of Miami. So where are you from originally? Are you from South Florida? Are you from somewhere else?
So I grew up here in Florida. I was born in Miami, grew up in Orlando, and stayed in Orlando for undergrad. I went to UCF, Central Florida, and applied out to medical school, and now I'm here in Miami in the 305.
Cool, man. That's awesome. So the weather's good, obviously. You got that going for you outside of school, so that's great.
Weather is great all year round. It's hot in the summer and humid, but winter is perfect.
Nah, okay. Keep bragging, and then I'll have to end this call. So it's lucky you, okay? Not all of us have that. In Ohio, I can definitely say we do not have that. Winters are brutal. I think winter's half the year, so that's cool, man. So
springs are nice.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, thanks for gassing me up. Yeah, springs are nice. We'll go with that. So that's fair.
Yeah.
So I gotta know. So Orlando, like, did you? Obviously, when people think Orlando, they think theme parks and amusement parks. Did you go to any of those a lot, or not really?
Yeah, it's funny because I think when I was young, I went to SeaWorld maybe once,
Nice.
Disney maybe once or twice growing up. But really, in middle school, high school, I never went. And I think now the only time I would go is if a family friend is visiting Orlando and they've never been, so I go and see new things that I haven't seen myself.
Sweet. Yeah, I just went in December with my family, which is kind of crazy to say this out loud, but I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Huge. I love Star Wars. So
That's the best, yeah.
yeah, dude. So I actually convinced my family, like, we should go to Orlando during Christmas and we should like go to the new Disney World Star Wars theme park they have, and it was amazing. Like it was like a bunch of grown adults and like me who's like pseudo adult and like just hanging out over Star Wars and just like seeing that universe, and it was like really cool, like really like lived in experience. It was awesome.
Yeah, they put so much effort and art effort they put in. Even Avatar is
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So you guys got it all down there, man. So that's really cool. So, so you've been in medical school at Miami. This is your fourth year. You're applying ophthalmology. So kind of like talk to everybody about, like what got you into ophthalmology? When did you find out you liked ophthalmology, and when did that whole process begin?
Yeah, so for me, I guess it comes down to a bit about my background. In undergrad, I was a tennis player and I played tennis. I was really interested in sports, and I was also studying computer science. I never really was sure that I really wanted to go to med school, but
Sure.
somehow I got convinced. I really like medicine, the science behind it, and really meeting people, taking care of people. So I applied to medical school, came here, and because of my sports background, I was really interested in orthopedic surgery.
Okay.
And spent the first 2 years of my med school career really focused on orthopedics.
Nice.
And then I got in the OR and I started shadowing, and then I didn't feel a passion that I felt that I needed.
Yeah.
So I explored around and I met my mentor, Dr. Streeter, and he really opened my eyes. No pun intended there.
All right. I was gonna say there's a pun in there, but okay, that's fair.
At the world of ophthalmology, and
Yeah.
I remember being in the OR, looking inside the eye at the retina and looking how they do intravitreal injections. It was just so fascinating how the medications floated around in the vitreous, or just helping people see, just do simple functions of life. And so I really jumped on that wagon and started doing research in it. And everything I was doing, I was always like really really trying to learn more about and trying to go above and beyond. And then that's really how my passion for it like really came together.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So you switched from bones to eyes.
Bones to eyes.
Eyes, man. Okay, got you. That's pretty cool. So basically, you had a really good mentor in Dr. Sridhar, who I've actually gotten to know over this whole Twitter process. And he's a great guy. He's offered me, chances to help out and write stuff. So, he's helped out a lot of us, and he's been a really great resource for people. So shout out to him. Shout out to his podcast, Straight from the Cutter's Mouth. This is nothing compared to that. So I'm not even going to try to compare that. This is a show and that's a show. That's an actual show. This is like a Zoom meeting that's recorded and we're just chatting. So.
Oh no, that's great. He's a OG.
He is. He's a great guy. So that's a really cool story. So you actually switched. So you were like in it. You were in a different like world for the first 2 years, and then you made the transition over.
Yeah, I was really in the macro surgery, and then now I'm in the micro.
The micro, yeah, from macro to micro. I actually like that. That's a good name for a podcast. If you ever start one, you're from macro to micro, man. That's
Maybe I'll start one day.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. So obviously you mentioned like computer science and like having this like a little bit of a research background. Like, are you working on anything these days that's similar to that? Are you working on any projects? So what's going on with you these days?
Yeah. I mean, in this whole COVID quarantine time that we had off, I was able to start a few projects and continue and finish out some projects I'm doing with research. We're actually in this medical education class here in Miami where I'm able to create a course and kind of give back to the community and med students who, and more so for my education on how to teach others.
Oh, that's awesome.
The project that I've been working on is because of my background in CS, I knew how to program and more specifically knew how to program in statistics. Mm-hmm. And so I found that really helpful for my research, and I really want to give back. And so I've been creating a video series on statistical programming and how to use SPSS, sort of like a boot camp in statistical programming and SPSS.
Cool. So yeah, I need to take that class then because this is the guy who's not good with any of that stuff. So I'm going to be taking your class when it comes out, hopefully. So that's really cool. So you've kind of essentially you've been a part of like making it happen, like creating it in a way.
Yeah, and honestly, like this project that you've got going on is very similar, and but like I've been a tech nerd kind of my whole life, really interested in technology. Cool. But I found statistics to be really fascinating. It really, our world is built on it, and it helps you understand research, write research, and be productive, understand the world. And
good point, man. Yeah. So you're the numbers guy. So anybody who needs that numbers guy, you're the go-to. You're the go-to.
Hopefully, man.
That's cool. So like with that, I guess what is your biggest advice for, say, I'm a novice, so I'm not a tech nerd. I'm not like I mean, for me, when I tried to make my first episode of Honestly Bilal, my computer like crashed. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that video up tonight, and the video took like 2 days later. So I am like literally the anti-tech guy. But like, if you had advice for people to try to get into like tech who are trying to use it for like work or trying to use it for research, or like, what is your advice for finding good resources to get good at that and stuff? Do you have any?
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, I really think that YouTube is a new Google. You can find anything. You can find anything on YouTube, and that's where I learned all my statistical knowledge, my computer science, my medical knowledge. There's all these videos out. I remember studying for step 1. Everything was on YouTube, and so I think just like you're doing and learning through the process, you just got to start and learn from mistakes and just get better slowly. And one day you'll be an expert.
100%. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like sometimes you start these projects and it's weird because I never realized how when you're making content like this, you're so hypercritical. Like I am really hypercritical because I never have seen myself on screen for this like long 30 minutes at a time. And I didn't realize how much I say, or like, or I talk really fast. Sometimes I'm like, well, I'll slow it down. But it's only easier to see on video. So like you said, like, finding those mistakes and trying to learn through the process, I think is really important. So it's actually a really good point that you brought up. That's really cool.
Oh, but it's great. In kind of any field, athletes, they themselves on video and they improve themselves just by watching. What moves they need to do better in the NBA, tennis, everything. And even I'm creating those videos, and I probably shot the video, like spent 3 hours shooting a 10-minute video.
Yeah, right. That's exactly how it was for me. I feel like were you talking about like a tennis recruiting video?
Oh well, for my statistics and even tennis recruiting, I
Oh,
remember
okay. Different subject completely.
even sports. I remember watching videos of myself and my forehand. It was gross, and I just remember like I could do so much better, but
Mm.
it improves you.
So going off of tennis then, because we gotta talk about this. This is gonna be this is the
Bread and
common
butter.
bond between us, man. Yeah, this is the thing we got going on. So I saw on your Twitter bio, I saw that your background was you with the lineup with guys wearing UCF shirts that were black shirts, and I saw you were holding rackets. I was like, oh, this guy's from Miami and plays tennis. Like we have to hit each other up. And I think we started DMing each other, just like talking about like ophthalmology and just like the process and stuff. And we were like talking about, and you mentioned like, hey, you play tennis, and I was like, yeah, you play tennis too. And then here we
Yeah,
are.
it's honestly great the network that we meet through tennis. But yeah, I played tennis growing up. Florida's a great place to learn, and a lot of tournaments around here. And I was recruited over at UCF and played there for 4 years. That's
Awesome.
like you played in college as well.
Yeah, Pikeville. So I started like, I mean, Pikeville is smaller, so it's not UCF. UCF is like a big school, so you must have been like elite. I'm actually that's impressive. That's a big time. That's a big time division, man. You got some skills on me. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to play with you now.
There's a wide player. I'm happy to hold a racket.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I will be here for the GPA boost, and if I get to play, that would be great. So that's really cool. And I think it's like important just because like that team building and just getting to like the camaraderie and you meet people from like at least my team. I don't know about yours, but we were like I was the only American technically on my team. All my teammates were from like Brazil or Portugal or Poland and France. And I don't know about you guys' team. Was yours like an international team or was it like you and just like a bunch of
I
American
think
players?
I think our half our team we had players from Spain, we had Australia,
Yep.
South America, and so we got to know quite a few different cultures.
Yeah,
Learned a lot of English from them.
for sure.
But really, though, we had a really strong bond because of all
Yeah,
the travels and matches, just being on the line and on the front
yeah,
lines with them.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I think both of us. It translates well to medicine, just working with each
Yeah.
other, helping, supporting each other up.
Yeah, it's kind of like you kind of get that teammate bond. You kind of know how to be there for each other during those moments, like really tense matches where like you're on the fence and your teammate's playing and it's match point as tiebreaker and you're just right there, like cheering them on as much as you can, just getting hype, and that's really fun. I really miss that, and it's crazy because during those times it's like you're like this is so stressful, but then like looking back, you're like that was not stressful. That was just fun.
Yeah, that was yeah, that
Good
is
times,
such
man.
good times.
So how long have you been playing? Like what age did you start playing tennis at?
I think I picked up a racket when I was like 4 or 5 years old. My dad got me into it. He played tennis growing up
Cool.
over in India.
Yeah.
But I started my playing tournaments when I was 7 and just continued straight throughout.
Nice, man. Nice. So you playing in med school any or what?
Not as much as I'd like. Probably like once every month, every 2 months.
Yeah.
It's just, even just being in Miami, because with med school and the city around us, it's
Right.
such a fun time.
Find a hard time, and I'm sure like access too, because like traffic and everything for you guys is like really.
Like, courts
Yeah.
are like 20 minutes away.
Right. That's true. I mean, that's it's harder like when you get older, but it's actually weird because at least I found now that like I just played the other day. My cousins and me played growing up together. We all played. And it was like a way for us to hang out because my cousins live in the same town as me, and
Yeah.
I just felt like it was a good way to like kind of keep us on the right track and get to
Yeah.
like just you grow up together through it and stuff, and you learn a lot about each other. And it was nice though playing now because I think I don't know if you felt this way too, but like when I was younger, I felt like I put a lot of expectation on me to like perform a certain way. And then like now I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be professional. I'm just going to have fun with it. And like, I don't know if you feel that way too now, but it's just more relaxed.
Yeah. There's less stress when you play, and I feel like I'm honestly playing better now. There's
Yeah,
less.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like my backhand is like all popping off now. And I'm like, why didn't I have this when I was 17? I needed it then. Now here I am. So
But I think a lot of it comes with we're just more mature with our shot
yeah,
selection.
that's
Just,
true.
that,
Yeah,
that,
that's fair. Cool, man. So what's your best shot? I gotta know. I gotta know your best shot. I gotta know your weakness. So when I play you, I can attack your weakness and stay away from your best shot.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna switch it up for you. My backhand's my weak shot, and you can
Okay.
hit my forehand all day, and or my backhand's my strength, and you can hit it to my forehand all day.
Okay. See, now I'm gonna have to think about this later. Like, was he lying or do I play that way? So I'll have to figure out when I meet you, man. Hopefully we'll get a chance to play with each other.
Yeah, come down to Miami.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would love to be in Miami. I'll tell you, if you came to Toledo, you would not find that much of weather to play in. So hopefully we get to hit it up sometime, man. That'd be really fun. What about ping pong? Are you good at ping pong?
Oh my God. Coronavirus, or when I was stuck at home, we have a
Yeah.
ping pong table and played 4 out of 7 matches to
There you
21.
go. Exactly, man. I'm saying we're.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
he
same
plays
for
a
us.
lot more than I do tennis, and so he's just naturally a little better than me at ping pong.
Got it. Yeah, it translates well though. It's like
Oh
it's
yeah,
a mini version for sure. Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. So
Who's your favorite player?
my favorite player. This is where we're gonna have some. I think this is where we introduce some controversial questions. Hopefully, I want to see if we have a little feedback from each other. My favorite player is Roger Federer, the GOAT, in my opinion, best of all time. But obviously, as you know, and as I know, he's out for the rest of the year. He's had surgery on his knee, so I'm really bummed about it. And obviously, I don't really know if they're going to play the rest of the season, anyways, as it is. But I think there's conversations about French Open being in September or October. But I know Wimbledon's canceled. So, what about you? Who's your guy?
Yeah, I know the whole year is a mess, but I would say that the guy that I grew up with and really loved was Andre Agassi. He was my
Oh, okay,
growing up, uh,
nice.
and then from him it was Nadal. But
Yeah.
I would have to say the goat would be Federer.
Okay,
I
so you
agree.
you agree on the GOAT. You agree on the GOAT, but you have a different favorite player.
Other players, yeah, Djokovic, he's coming close. There's just something about him.
No.
I'm I want to rank him third, but
Yeah.
I would say I want to rank him third, but I think he would be second.
Sure. Yeah, the thing is like it's hard to be objective because like obviously and I'm starting to be more now about it because I love Roger, man. He's like he has taught me how to like I feel like when I was like also like 13, I tried to like emulate his walk and like how he talked in press conferences and stuff. And I just wanted to be Roger. I want to be exactly like Roger. I tried to grow my hair out. That was a disaster looking back in middle school. I don't know why I tried that. But I just want to be like him. And I guess one thing I will say is that as I've grown less biased and tried to be less biased about it, I honestly don't think he is the best of all time. Like I know I said he's the GOAT. I want to say he's the GOAT. But if I'm being honest about it, I just don't know, if if you can be the best of all time and have the most grand slams, but if you have losing records against two of your biggest rivals, are you the greatest of all time? Like and Djokovic and Nadal have winning records against him. So, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
that's a great question. I that's probably very similar to the MJ LeBron debate.
Yep, exactly. That's true.
Yeah.
It's never gonna end, so we don't know.
Well, the Djokovic still has a couple years on Federer, so
For
he
sure.
may overtake. I think he's 2 slams behind.
Yeah, he's at 17 and Federer's at 20.
Okay, so
Yeah,
3. So the race is pretty close, but
close, man. Yeah. But I
and
think Nadal's at 19. So Nadal's at literally one away. So your guy is getting up there, man.
yeah. No, yeah, I just remember growing up, Nadal. I was trying to grow my hair long.
Oh, you too? Really?
But my hair is not like that. But
Mine either, man.
I use his racket still.
Oh, yeah, same. The Babolat Aero Pro,
Yeah.
best racket. The best racket. I mean, hands down. You can do anything with that racket and the ball's going to go anywhere on the court.
yeah,
That's fun,
yeah,
man. Well, that's
yeah.
cool. I'm glad that we have, it wasn't us. I didn't think I actually, we never talked about who our favorite players were or who we thought the greatest of all time was. So interestingly enough, we were civil about it. There was no argument. There was kind of a agree to disagree or actually agree to agree. So that also works, man. So
People start wars over their
yeah,
favorite players.
people are on forums and it just gets nasty and it's just like, I'm not that intense. I just love the game. At the end of the day, I'm just want to watch good tennis.
But all right. Last question: MJ or LeBron, though?
I mean, I don't know. I gotta say LeBron just for me because he's an Ohio guy. Yeah, I'm from Ohio, and it's like, I'm not from Ohio, but I'm in Ohio, and
Yeah,
I love LeBron for who he is as a person too. When I look at what he's done off the court, he's just such a like community leader. He's so well read and well versed, and he's got a lot of room. I mean, he's got a lot to do still to get to the point where it's like
yeah,
definite. But I think right now, and that's our generation though. Don't
yeah.
you agree? I feel like our generation is more favored towards LeBron, but what do you like? Who do you think is better?
Yeah, so I was definitely team LeBron, and the Last Dance came out, and now I'm really reconsidering.
Switch to the Last Dance?
I never really got to experience MJ in his prime, and the Last Dance really so threw it. So I'm on the fence right now. I think
Okay.
LeBron still has a few years to solidify it, but
Yeah.
MJ I think right now is winning.
Well, the thing is also like, I mean, you're from Miami. I mean, he won a championship with the Heat. He won a championship with the Cavs. So it's like both of
Yeah,
us are kind of we're in a hard place. but we're going to be a little bit more biased, I think, than we want to be. So
Yeah.
that's another thing to consider.
We should
Right.
do a study on that. How many ophthalmologists who supports MJ versus LeBron
That's your study. That's why we need a numbers guy like you.
or Nadal?
Yeah, I will be there. I will just like do illustrations and maybe do some writing, but you will do the numbers. I will guarantee you that. I will give you that title.
The presentation guy, the
Yeah,
writing guy.
yeah. I'll put it up on a webinar or something. Hopefully, we'll see.
We'll have a
Right?
good podcast about it.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, thanks for joining me. It was really fun. I mean, it was a really. I feel like I feel like we just met, but I feel like it was it was a chance to really get to know each other and figure out more about yeah, there's medicine, there's ophthalmology, and we're obviously going through a really stressful process, but there's also life and hobbies, and I'm glad to know that we have very similar ones. So that's gonna be cool, man. So hopefully we get to meet in person someday. I would hope to see you
Yeah,
in balls.
100%. This I'm really excited for how your podcast or this webinar goes in the next few months, and maybe not one day it'll be something really big.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? That's down the road. I'm just glad I got a medical student to be like, hey, I'll come on, and you were the first one. So as always, appreciate it, man.
You're about to be famous in the Twitterverse.
No, that's not even close, man. That is it's just something that happens, and you just go.
Ophthalmology, right there.
No. Don't put that pressure on me right now. But hey, anyways, man, you're welcome to come back anytime, and hopefully we get to stay in contact and stay in touch, and just tell the people where they can find you on Twitter.
For sure, yeah. My Twitter handle is Arjun Watane, ARJUN WATANE, just my first and last name.
All right, man. So hopefully people follow you on Twitter. We get some more networking opportunities for Arjun and try to get his name out there a little bit more too. So thanks for joining me, Arjun. I'm trying to get this video up later tonight, and talk to you next time, man.
All right, man. Take care.
You too, buddy.